This is the Italian Citizenship Podcast, hosted by Marco Permunian and Rafael Di Furia.
Hello there, and welcome to another edition of the Italian Citizenship Podcast, presented by ItaliancitizenshipAssistance.com. Of course, we are back at it again with Italian attorney Marco Permunian. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great, thank you. And in this episode, we wanted to talk a bit about some of the benefits of Italian citizenship. And this year, in 2024, the Italian passport has been ranked in the number one position, along with France, Germany, Japan, Singapore, and Spain, all sharing that position with them. And Italy last year was ranked tied for third and second the year before that. It's always been within the third to first position. Actually, between 2014 and 2017, it was ranked within the first position. But this year, now in 2024, we are seeing the return of Italy back up to the number one position. And this is very interesting for those who are especially thinking about getting Italian citizenship by descent or Italian citizenship in the various ways that it is possible. But in this episode, we're kind of more focusing on the Italian citizenship by descent side, only because so many of you who watch these episodes are within that world. But many of the things that are applicable to the Italian citizens by descent are also going to be applicable to those who have Italian citizenship in other ways as well. But Marco, other than having one of the best ranked passports in the world with the ability to visit 194 visa-free destinations, what are some of the other benefits that an individual can have through Italian citizenship in 2024?
One of the most valuable benefits is to be able to use the Italian healthcare system, meaning that if you become an Italian citizen, as an Italian resident, you will be able to use the healthcare in Italy, which is one of the top in the world. The Italian healthcare is not only one of the best in the world, but it's also one that comes at a very low cost, meaning that you can use a general practitioner in Italy, which will actually be assigned to you automatically when you register with the system. And of course, you can choose one, but if you don't, one will be assigned to you automatically. And that general practitioner comes at no cost. So whenever you need to see your doctor, you will be able to just book an appointment and use it for as many times as you need, completely for free, which is something that is probably unheard of in other countries in the world, like the US, for example. But even if you have to see a more specific doctor, for example, if you have a specific illness or disease and, based on the suggestion of your general practitioner, you have to see a specific doctor, you will see that the cost is much lower than the cost of the same doctor in other countries, like, for example, again, the US. So the Italian healthcare system is not only very efficient and one of the top in the world, but also it's a system that comes at a very, very low cost. And we filmed a whole episode about the Italian healthcare system in the past. So I encourage our audience to go and check that episode because we did really go into the details of the Italian healthcare system. Now, one other benefit that comes with Italian citizenship is the ability to reside anywhere in the European Union. And we talked about this aspect in several other episodes, but if you become an Italian citizen in 2024, you will have access to 24 countries in the European Union, meaning that you can relocate freely in any of those countries. And we have said it many times, you will have to register as a resident in the country in which you choose to relocate to use many of the services that are offered by that specific country. But the relocation per se can be done extremely easily and without any complications, without the need to do basically anything if you are an Italian citizen, meaning a citizen of a country of the European Union. Another benefit of getting Italian citizenship is the ability to pass your citizenship on to your children. So if you become an Italian citizen in 2024 and you have children after you become an Italian citizen, you will be able to pass your citizenship on to your children by registering their births before they turn 18. So you actually have 18 years to register their birth and for them to automatically, upon registration, become an Italian citizen. So getting Italian citizenship is also a legacy for your children, and there are actually no generational limits. So your children as well will be able to register their own children before they turn 18 and so on. So Italian citizenship can be transferred to the next generation without generational limits. Getting Italian citizenship also allows you to be employed by a European company way more easily. That's because the company that is going to hire you does not need to go through any process to hire you, meaning that you don't need a visa if you are a European citizen. If you're a citizen of a European country, such as Italy, you can, for example, be employed by a German company or a Spanish company, and they will prefer you most likely over other candidates that do not have dual citizenship with, for example, America, because as a dual US Italian citizen, you can relocate to Germany or any other European country or Spain the next day that you have the job interview without basically the need to do anything, whereas other people might have to go through complex visa processes that might delay the employment process. And before I move on to the probably what I consider the most important benefit, I just want to touch on briefly the ability to enroll in a university in Europe easily, so without the need to go through a visa application process, but also at a low cost, because universities in Europe are, generally speaking, less expensive than universities in many other countries, like the US, for example, or the UK. And of course, the quality of the universities in Europe is very, very high. But now, regarding the very last benefit, which is, in my opinion, the most important, is and I'm sure you will agree with me, is the ability to reside in not only in the European Union in general, but more specifically in Italy and enjoy, the Italian culture and the Italian way of life.
Marco, I could not agree with you more. That is easily the biggest benefit to being able to have Italian citizenship. No matter how you get your Italian citizenship, whether it's through citizenship by descent, citizenship through residency, whatever it may be, having that ability to call Italy your home, to call it yours without restriction, is an absolute blessing. And there are so many wonderful things that Italy has to offer, from food to culture to people to the locations. In all of the different regions of Italy, you feel like you're traveling from almost one country to another. The people change, the language changes, the scenery changes. There are, of course, things that tie the whole Italian peninsula together, but it is really an amazing place to be able to call home. But Marco, of course, if anybody would like to call Italy home and get their Italian citizenship, how can they get in contact with you and your team?
People can contact us through our website, ItalianCitizenshipassistance.com, or give us a call. Our number is on the website.
Absolutely fantastic. And of course, if you're interested in more episodes like this about getting your Italian citizenship, what you have to do as an Italian, or any of the related topics, be sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel as well as the audio-only podcast. But of course, if you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, that means you're also automatically subscribed to the Italian Real Estate Podcast, where Marco and I talk a bit more about some of the practical aspects of making Italy your home, from renting property, purchasing property, and where to do that. Of course, I'm Rafael Di Furia. Stay safe and healthy out there. We have been here with Italian attorney Marco Permunian from ItalianCitizenshipassistance.com, and we will see you all next time. Later.
Thank you.